Okay guys, this is where we left off. I have been trying to make this one like for 4 times now. Something always went wrong, so hopefully this one I can actually just finish. So we left off with this, and we're going to modify this a little bit more. Now, for the paths or the curves, for me in Blender, these are super handy. You can do a lot with it. So let's select it. Go into edit mode. Now if we select only one like this, let's just select one of them, you press N and you go into item info, you can see here that you have some information about it. So you can use a tilt, so you can rotate it, something like, and we have radius where we can actually make it wider. Now those are nice. The only issue with this one is that it's only working on one vert and not on all of them, and it's not actually taking into account the proportional editing. Now for that we have the short key, so if we do Control T, we know we can move it around, and then we can, by using the mouse wheel, we can actually have more or less being affected. But we can also do Alt S, and now we can actually scale this vert, make it wider. So then I can actually use proportional editing to make it wider or less wide. So if I want to make then a platform that goes like this, so I can do like so, and then I made it wider and wider. And I say, okay, I want to have these two. Also, again, Control S, and now I'm going to make it smaller. Just so that because I only want these two to be affected, I can do this. Now, this is not, I would say, don't use this to make the final version, but in this way you can get pretty close of what you want, and then you can convert this to mesh, and then you can, with proportional editing, you can adjust a little bit better if you want to. So this is a way to make some nice paths. Now, okay, so we have this. So if this is using just a plane. If I then leave and I show it, then we have the plane with all these modifiers. Now, one of the things we unfortunately cannot use, and that's kind of a pity, we cannot make it, let's say with the ground plane, this one here. If I go into the solidify, I can make this bigger, like so. But I cannot add, it says here vertex group, but there's no way to add the vertex group I want, because I would want to actually have a vertex group over the full length, so that I could say, okay, only this section here would be small, and then this one would be bigger, so that I can actually create a mountain. But unfortunately, I don't know how. I googled it quite a lot, and it seems that's not possible. But if someone knows, please do let me know, because that would be super handy. Now, if you want then to actually use what we had before, you actually would have to convert the array into so convert to array. So let's go do that. Let's do Shift D. It's always a good idea to duplicate whatever you want if something happens. So let's say I'm going to do the top one, top and bottom, just both of them, like so. Oh, I can't. So this one, and then do the array. Actually, no, just the bottom. That one, apply. Now, if I go into edit mode, you can see that we have a big long path. Yeah, and this path is being modified by the curve. Now I can actually have, it's a little bit tedious, but okay. So they're already all selected, so to make sure that you have all of them selected, go here, add a group, and I'm going to just group one, just like this, put full 100%, so one is 100%, assign, and then let's say, let's leave, and go here, and then make this like huge. Let's make this 6. Maybe a bit too big. 4. Still too big. 3. Okay, still not. Okay, this is a little bit better. Now, you can see here that yeah, the loop looks a bit out of whack. This part could be okay, but the loop is not that great. So what we can do now is actually select and to go into face select mode with 3, and I kind of have to guess which ones are actually the ones that go into the loop, and then go into our vertex group and then just lower that and then assign, and then when we leave oh, maybe it should be a good idea if I actually add it to it. So there we are. So and then it actually makes the thickness smaller, and here you can actually play a little bit. Okay, well, how much will be affected? Yeah, and I can see here. So actually, I would want to have maybe some more or maybe less, so that this looks a little better. If I would actually make like this, if I would now convert all this into mesh, I can then actually easily make this a platform by scaling it to 0, and I can make this a platform. So this is a kind of way we can also already modify this so that we can have a rough idea how it looks. Yeah. So okay, so let's see what we can also do with the path. So I'm going to actually delete this one and this one, and I'm going to keep the path. Now, one of the things that you might want is to create something like a road. Yeah. Now, for that, let's do new. Very important that when you do that, it's quite handy that you go into edit mode. Make sure that the first vert of the path is selected. If it's not selected, so selected, Shift S, cursor to selected, then leave, and don't click anything else. Then go to Object, Set Origin to 3D Cursor. That way you know that when you select and add anything, it will actually be added there. Now we're going to scale this down like so. Don't forget, because you scaled it in object mode, to apply scale. So let's get a little closer. And now we're going to create a path like or a road or something like that. So go to edit mode, face, let's going to scale Z like so, scale Y out, and then where's my mouse? There, where is it? There we are. Scale X, make it a bit smaller, and now go into edge loop, 2 of them. Scale on X, no, sorry, scale on Y. Proportional editing is on again. Scale Y, move them to the outside like so, and I'm going to make some standing up parts so that we don't fly off it so easily. And then extrude X, no, come on, see, there we are, like so. I'm gonna make it very, very basic. So this is gonna be it. Now, if now I would go into the modifiers and add an array, and then add a curve, and then say here fit curve, and then we select this one, and then on the same thing I'm going to select this one. We see that now we have this. Yeah, it took all the information that we put into the curve, so how wide it was going to be, it put it all into it. It doesn't look very good because we need to have a subdivision surf. So let's do that. Array, that could be a nice look if you're trying to go for that, but I don't think that is. So let's push merge. One more, and this one looks kind of funky. Let's see if I can fix that. Let's get some edge loops going on here. Something like so. Yeah. And let's see how it looks. It's a little bit better, but Main problem now is that we don't have enough geometry on the curve itself to actually make it look good, but that's not a problem. We can select it if I have the correct one. Let's see, yeah, there we are. Go into edit mode, select all of them, right mouse click, and then just do subdivide. And then we can add more geometry, like so. Whoa, that's... We can add some more, then we can actually then manipulate this a little bit better too. It's getting, let me see, I think there's too much on screen at this moment. It's getting a bit laggy. Let's hide this. You see how much statistics, that should be good now. So this one is not looking really good. So let's try this from scratch. So let's select all this, X, gone, bye-bye. So Shift S, World, A, Path, Front View, Edit Mode, and then I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna select this one, Shift S, cursor to selected, leave origin to 3D cursor. I'm already in object mode, so Shift A, mesh, cube, scale down, like so. Alt A to do scale, okay. Add an array, add path, fit curve, I select this one, and then we are going to select this one as well. Okay. Merge. Now I'm going to select path, edit mode, go to front view, zoom out a little bit, select this one. I'm going to create just a kind of a hill or something. So there we are. Now, okay, so we have kind of what we want, but this is not a road. So let's let's select this one, edit, and it's a little bit easier if I just turn this one off for now. And let's zoom in there. Now go into edit mode. No, so we're right in edit mode. 3, scale it down. Like so. Let's see how it looks. No, looks okay-ish. Let's add subdivision surface. Going to make it look a little bit weird because it's going to round off the edges, but we're going to fix that in a little bit. So okay, let's just shade smooth. Okay, we're having some smoothing issues. That's no. So one of the reasons we are also having these smoothing issues is because our geometry. So if I let me see, okay, I want to show you, keep these all on while I go into edit mode. Why can't I? So actually, it's actually creating this face along. Oh, okay, I can show it like that. There we are. So if I go into edit mode and I do faces, you can see that this one is being duplicated here and here on both sides, everywhere. So actually, we want to remove these here. So X face, and now it's going to be hollow. So if I go back, you can see it's going to be hollow, and that would be fix a little bit of our shading issues. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, now it's still curving like this. We don't want that. We're going to fix that as well in a little bit. So let's go here, Control R, 2 is fine. Okay, scale X, no, scale Y to the outside. So face select, extrude. Here we are, go extrude up. Now here we are creating some shading and geometry issues again because we have here face. We don't want that, so we're going to delete this face here. Face gone, and same thing on the other side, so that's why I usually turn this off. It's a little bit easier. So X, this one, and now if we go back, we can see that it's making it, yeah, it's rounding it off because we have a subdivision surf. So if you want to have it sharp, that's what we want. Go to Edge Select, select these edges. And only, actually not going to do the bottom ones, just the side ones, top ones. Control E, press 1, enter, bum. We have, and then here we have it. Yeah, so we have our road. So, but yeah, then we have an issue here. We actually have an issue that it's kind of open. So yeah, we don't want to have it open. So for that, in the array modifier, there is here caps, and we can create caps for the path. Now the cap is going to be the same amount, so the same size as this. Yeah, so don't make just a block, just a plate here. You actually have to have the same. It's best if you just keep this and then duplicate it. So it's just exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to create here, press D to duplicate. Just actually going to move to the side, and then actually going to remove all the modifiers on it because we are not going to need them. And then I'm going to Shift D again and move this one there. So this was going to be the start cap and this is going to be the end cap. So I'm going to edit mode, and now we're going to have to fill the faces. Fill this side. So fill. Fill. Now there's a little issue here. So I have to go to here. This one. Come on. Subdivide 2 times. Yeah. And this one and this one. Fill. If I press this one, then it should fill automatically. Yeah, there we are. And then we're going to do actually the same thing for this one. I could actually duplicate it and turn it around, but it's good practice. So select this one and this one. Fill. This one, this. Come on. This one and this one. Come on. Have to be more accurate. Here. Subdivide 2, 2. There we are. And press this one, fill, and then if you select this edge and just fill, and it's done. Okay, so now here we're going to select this one here, and then we have a cap start and cap end. I'm going to select this one and then put it here, and then this will be for the other side. We can see that kind of rounded off this here because we didn't create any sharp edges. So if we want to fix that, we're going to go here. What we can do, let's see, select these here. Then I can actually select all of them. Just Shift E. Let's see how that looks. If we can leave edit mode. Not great. There's another way. Oh, yeah, I forgot one. Yeah. There's a little weird thing going from here to there. You can fix that by having maybe instead of a crease, you can add a bevel to it, and then it will do the same thing. Okay, so let's do that for this side. So this path is really long, so let's let's edit that to make it shorter. It's easier for us to, boom. There we are. Now we have the same issue. Let's move this here forward so that I can see a bit better. 2. Select all of these. No, not you. Just select this one. I want this one. This one, Control B, bevel just slightly, like so. I think that would be easier if I just make it everything sharp. Let's undo this. Shift E. There we are. This one. This one. Shift E. This one. This one. Shift E. 1. Enter. This one. And we're going to do the same thing for this side. This edge and this edge. So. What the? Oh yeah. This one here. It's not creased. Now it's creased. Let me see, where is it? Issues. It should be all good. Oh yeah, there's this one. It's that this one here has the same issue. Yeah, there we are. There we are. Okay. Now if I select the path, go to edit mode, select this one here, then go into front view. I can control and then create the path I want. Yeah. And now I can actually select, let's say I select this one here, proportional editing, Control T, and then move like this, and then I can rotate it. You can create a path like so. Now this one is not really, doesn't look really great, but you get the idea. Let's say if I just select these here, a little bit better. So, and move up, maybe back. Yeah. Now these two here. So now these two are just like floating somewhere. So it's a good idea to actually name them. So end cap 1, and then this one, name it to start cap 1, and then create. So this one's to make a new group and then tell it I usually have not in game, so like this. So if you put it there and you hide it, so you hide this group here, it's still being used, but it won't be rendered when you import it into Unity or whatever engine. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna stop by this video, stop by here, and then on the next video we are going to actually make the final scene, at least the geometry for the final scene. The assets we can make it in a different video later on. Okay, see you next time.